Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, and this will be the final Coach's Corner for the 2016-17 school year before the summer. And to wrap up the year, we have Ponca City High School Athletic Director Jared Freeman with us on this edition of Coach's Corner. Jared, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Sean. Looking forward to talking about our Lady Cats and our Wildcat sports here today.
Now, there's a lot of sports, and I have the list like right here in front of me. Of course, football, volleyball, cross country, softball in the fall, winter sports, boys basketball, girls basketball, swimming, wrestling, spring sports, baseball, tennis, track, golf, and soccer. And all of these student athletes doing incredible things. And you got to be, before we talk about some specific sports, you've really got to be proud about those eligibility reports, because I know that's something that's very important to you, very important to the coaches. And when you see week after week after week of very few names on those ineligible lists, you got to be proud.
We are. We lost very few students to academic issues, so to speak, this year, and all of our coaches stress the importance of academics. You know, obviously student athlete, but they always talk about being a student first, and and we talk about that all the time in athletics, the big picture. You know, very few of our kids are going to earn a paycheck ever with athletics. So what are we teaching them in the meantime?
Right.
Well, that is, getting an education, learning what you can, and the benefits of sports. So we're awfully proud of our academic success, and we were glad that we could honor those kids at our rebranding event. We had a lot of academic achievement awards that were earned and given out that night.
Yeah, just incredible. That event, of course, happened Monday night earlier this week. And if you're watching this at a later time, happened last Monday. Now, it would be impossible, because just for time constraints here, to go over highlights of every single sport this year at Poe High. But I picked a few here that I want to get Mr. Freeman's perspective on. Boy, the girls' basketball team going to state, just incredible. And they did it in dramatic fashion. They got there, and it was fantastic.
Coach Fincher and his ladies, the Lady Cats should be extremely proud. And like you said, they were the cardiac kids in the playoffs. Last second 3-pointers to win games. Just a team that was young, developing. You saw kind of the growth. Coach Fincher obviously did a fantastic job, and they got better throughout the season, and were certainly in rhythm and hit their peak in the playoffs. And we're extremely proud of those ladies and coach and everybody that was a part of that, the parents, the booster club, for punching a ticket to the state tournament for the first time in 8 or 9 years, and we're certainly it was definitely one of our highlights this year.
Oh, absolutely. Poe High Wrestling making their mark this year in a pretty big way. Tell us about Poe High Wrestling.
Again, I'll start with Coach Jason Levitt, a Poe High graduate, a wrestling, former wrestler. Again, it starts at the top with Coach Levitt and the job that he did with his assistant coaches. Got a lot of them that do a great job. And we really, like you said, we have a tradition with wrestling, one that we're very proud of, one that we certainly don't mind talking about. And Coach Levitt this year, they earned a trip to the dual state tournament, won a lot of big matches, had a lot of individual and team success, and placed, I think, 8 at the state wrestling tournament. Mm-hmm. Certainly, Coach Levitt has that program certainly headed back in the right direction. We're excited about not only what they did this year, but what they've got coming back next year too.
Absolutely. Volleyball, and the volleyball program really has a fantastic farm system, if you will, with the 8th graders. I know it's a very active program, but the volleyball team, the result is just a really strong team for the high school.
One thing we talk about in athletics is the experience that the kids have. Is it an enjoyable experience? And volleyball, with Coach Miller's job that she's done and with the numbers, I can't 40, 50, 60 girls out for volleyball every year, which tells me that they're doing something right, that kids want to be a part of that program. Yeah. Again, Coach Miller, Coach Parks, Coach Henrider, 25 wins this season, won a tournament, which is something we're proud of. It's not easy to do. Competed really well at the regionals, lost to one of the eventual state finalists, and again 25 wins during the regular season with a team of predominantly younger underclassmen. And the seniors she did have on the team, I believe, all signed scholarships to go play college volleyball. So again, the volleyball program is in good hands and in good shape, and we're excited about what they've got coming back next year too.
How unusual is that, if you could speak for just a moment about having that many players signed to go play in college? It's got to be unusual. Is it unprecedented?
I wouldn't say it's unprecedented, but the statistics show about 2% of high school athletes will go on to play at the next level, and even
Right.
fewer, professionally. But collegiately, it's something that every time we have one of those kids sign, we try and make it a big deal, because it is.
Sure.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
It's reward for their, what they've put the time and the effort and the energy in, and we certainly want to celebrate that. So, uncommon, but again, like I said, that's a testament to what Coach Miller's doing. It's a testament to what those kids are doing, and like I said, the overall health of our volleyball program.
Absolutely. Well, this rebranding, you see the logo there on your screen, and tell us about this rebranding and this logo.
Well, as I took this position over this year, had a lot of folks come to me, coaches, community members, and just kind of say that we had a little bit of an identity crisis, and we weren't sure which one was our official logo. So we put a committee together of 7 individuals, some girls head coaches, boys head coaches, community members, and worked with the company and came up with our own unique logo that you see here behind us. And we've got, like I said, it is, when you see that, you know that that's a Wildcat or that's a Lady Cat, and,
Right.
and there won't be any confusion with that. We have one official logo. We've got a few other marks that we displayed at our rebranding event on Monday night. Had a great turnout, had a great event. Got to meet our new basketball coach that's coming in next year. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and joining us that night. And we're excited about our new look, and I think the kids are really going to enjoy wearing it next year.
Well, there's so many things to be excited about. Ponca City High School athletics, rebranding, facility upgrades. We've got to talk about the facility upgrades. Everyone's excited about it. The new press box at Solon Stadium, it's coming along, and this thing looks huge.
Like you said, I keep telling everybody it's a great time to be a Wildcat.
Oh, it is.
Again, you gotta give thanks where it's due. I'd like to thank the community for passing that bond a few years back.
Sure.
Certainly couldn't be doing any of these projects without the community and their support. So some overdue, like you said, the press box is
Impressive.
very impressive.
And that's just one project.
That's
There are
just one.
others.
We are working on Robson, totally renovating the inside of Robson, updating it. Weight rooms, locker rooms, turf at baseball and softball. I could go on, like you said, all day with all the exciting things. So between the new brand, the new facilities, the athletic department certainly has a lot of exciting things going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big nod and a thumbs up to all of the coaches, and a thank you to all of the coaches that have joined us this season, this year, this school year on Coach's Corner. And Jared Freeman, the athletic director here. You work with all of them, and in that office of the athletic director, do you ever get the itch where you want to get out there and coach, or are you happy where you are?
I think once a coach, always a coach.
Sure.
There's days where you miss it and you wish you could be out back on the ball field. I was a baseball and softball coach, and,
Sure.
and you get out there and you do miss it, but I sure enjoy this new role, getting to see things, big picture, help those coaches to improve their programs. So certainly no complaints at all, but you're right.
Right.
I think there's always a little bit of a coach in you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Coach's Corner for the 2016-17 school year, and we look forward to the fall, and we'll be back right here with more Coach's Corner. And Jared Freeman, thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
All right. That's going to do it for Coach's Corner. Thank you for watching. Until next time.